The Eagle Talk Show is shows that promote education, entertains, debate from diverse backgrounds. No matter your age, we bring you on our show to discuss relevant issues that impact the lives of the Liberian people. The Eagle Talk Show comes to you every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. with your host Will Wilfredosi and Joseph Sad. Welcome, let us discuss the issues on the Eagle Talk Show. The Eagle Talk Show is shows that promote education, entertains, debate from diverse backgrounds. We bring you on our show to discuss relevant issues that impact the lives of the Liberian people. The Eagle Talk Show comes to you every Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. with your host Will Wilfredos and Joseph Sad. Welcome and discuss the issues on the Eagle Talk Show.
Well, folks, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to the Eagle Talk Show right here this Thursday evening, where everyone, I guess, they are leaving their various offices, getting home, and getting home to have some rest. But while you are going home, I like to say, hey, you can drive home safely. You can leave to your home safely. Don't do any harm. Don't cause any harm, because we gotta protect our country. We gotta set the example so that tomorrow the generation that is expectant can learn from our mistakes, or can learn from our professional actions. So again, welcome to the Eagle Talk Show this beautiful Thursday evening. Like we told you, every Thursday will be the program from 5 to 6 on our presentation. This show is also live on the Eagle, that's Kuwor TV, Kuwor Media Network, and Kuwor Media Network, that's it, on the YouTube channel. And also, we are live on Liberty Radio 88.1. My name is Will Wilfred Dorsey, and there are two things we're going to talk about today. Today's show is going to focus on two important issues that are trending around the country. One has to do with the current by-election taking place in Nimba County. And then the second one has to do with the most talk about Supreme Court verdict yesterday, where it favors the embattled speaker. Now, speaker is not in battle again, because from yesterday ruling, it clearly shows that his speakership still remains legal and legitimate. So these are two things we're going to talk about today. And just before we talk about that, I'm expecting my co-host today. He was in Nimba County, and he went there to cover the election process. Joseph Sally is expected to be here, and when he comes, we're going to continue the ball. But in the meantime, we like to say kudos to the people of Nimba County. I think you did exceptionally well during the campaign process and during the voting process. Well, the National Elections Commission is still announcing preliminary results, and the people of Nimba County and Liberia as a whole, all of the citizens, they are watching to see the outcome of the election. If you took some key observation yesterday on the social media, especially Facebook, there were jubilations from two candidate supporters. That's the lone female candidate, Madam Ide Ganglo Wler. Her supporters were jubilating yesterday. They believed the election results are in their favor. And you also have Representative Samuel Kuwor of District Number 5, Nimba County, who is a current lawmaker. His side is also jubilating. There are jubilation in both sides. But this is it. We all got to extreme patient. We all, what are both sides, right? Both sides need to exercise patience to ensure that the results are finally released. Let us all wait for the National Elections Commission to come up with their result, with their final results for the by-election. Neighbor, anyone who wins, neighbor wins, Liberia wins. Anybody who wins replaces 23 years serving late Prince Johnson, who served the people of Nimba County, and by the way he was known as the political godfather for Nimba County. So I think the people of Nimba, there should be nothing about Gil or Mana or Dan or how you call it, Mendingo, or you name the rest. Election is not about tribal politics. Let's just be frank with you. Elections is not about this man is not our tribe, this man isn't a crew, this man isn't a group, this man isn't a VAR or a Loma man, but we should look into the capability, the competency, the experience the person brings to the table, right? These are things we Liberians should be looking at, and that's why the National Elections Commission, we should all wait on the Elections Commission to ensure that the results are in our favor and the final verdict can come from the National Elections Commission. Because if we can wait and we start to celebrate tomorrow or today, if the election results are not in our favor and it's into the next person's favor, those of us who started early jubilation will start to properly, we want to raise attention, and I think tension will not be the best solution to of the election. It won't change the result of the election. So those of us celebrating, and let me go straighly, let me say this to Liberians and those politicians who wants to be should I say so relevant. During the 2023 elections, right, former President George Manawia was very quick to congratulate His Excellency Joseph Imam-Boyka, whereas the Supreme Court have not finally concluded the election result. And this time around, it also happens wherein this by-election in Nimba, the National Elections Commission have not, right? The National Elections Commission has not fully, they have not even started announcing results, and you have a party, the CMC, the Citizen Movement for Change, who came out to start being so, I don't know whether you wanted to be seen as somehow someone who has integrity, somebody who is fair and this and that, but that was not right. The Elections Commission, the National Elections Commission, has not come up to announce preliminary result and you start to congratulate people because you believe from your war room, your war room told you this candidate is the next person to take over the seat, or this candidate is in the lead. Somebody being in the lead does not. Someone being in the lead does not suggest or does not guarantee that they are the winner. Another person can come from behind and still tap you and becomes victorious. So somebody being in the lead should not give you the full ground, the full sting to come and congratulate somebody because they are in the lead. Whereas you have other candidates, the CMC should know that it was not only their candidate Mark who were contesting, you have other candidates who were contesting there in Nimba County, right? So the issue of you coming up to say from your war room you believe this man is in the lead and you congratulate him, look, it was very, very bad. It was unprofessional. That's why the National Elections Commission will tell you you should wait for their results. Wait for their results. Just yesterday, the results that came out, it is competitive. That's competitive results that came out, right? 22,400 and something, and somebody in the same 22,588. There's no different. Probably numbers are still coming in. You don't know what's going to happen. But you come up and say this person is in the lead, so you want to congratulate the person. I think it was very, very, very bad. It was unprofessional. The CMC political leader and the CMC party chairman, you all should rectify that, and that alone could create a problem. That alone could create a problem because when you did that, people start to take it to social media and start to run with it that the representative Samuel Kuwor is in the lead and he won the election. But you still have the National Elections Commission. They are still announcing preliminary results. They are still announcing the results from the just in a by-election in Nimba County, and hopefully today or tomorrow, the Liberian people and especially the people of Nimba County are expected to hear the final results to know who is their next senator. So, folks, at the appropriate time, right? At the appropriate time, we're going to open the phone line so that you can call, you can participate on the program, because this is a program where you need to interact with us. We need to hear what you have to say or what's your view. So if you're also watching on the YouTube channel on Kuwor Media Network, just go on YouTube and check Kuwor Media Network. That's KUWOR MADRA and NETWORK Media Network. That's the name of our platform. And then you can watch it, leave your comments, and after that we're going to respond. We're going to read out your comments. Now we're going to this most talk about voting. We're going to this most talk about voting. Yesterday you have the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, the final arbiter, the final decision-making body of the Republic of Liberia, those who interprets the law. If you did service in school, those of you who did service in school, or those of you who are doing service, I can still remember the last time I saw people teaching schools, teaching civics. But if you did civics like me, it tells you the function of the three branches of our government. Likewise, the Constitution. The Constitution also talks about the functions of the three branches of government. That's the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, right? Next, it also talks about the Constitution also talks about separation of power. That will also come up to tell you or to lay the basis, tell you how this entire crisis can be solved. Because from all indication, this crisis has not come to an end. Liberians, those of you listening, hope you are listening well. This entire crisis is yet to come to an end. So yesterday, after several weeks, after several months, right, with the entire build of information, after the ruling of the Supreme Court that talks about ultra vires, right, where the Supreme Court ruled December 6th of last year, 2024, and then some parties were not satisfied. They said they did not understand the ruling, which was the side of those calling themselves rule of law caucus or the minority, where you have the speaker, whereby then you have the speaker, J. Funanti Kofa, right? He was not satisfied and he filed in this bill of information. But before the bill of information was filed, the Minister of Justice, who is the Dean of the Supreme Court, came up and interpreted, gave his own opinion, his own view